Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're joined now by Oregon Senator Ron Wyden. And Senator, thanks for being with us. Just a few minutes ago, we saw that clip where you were talking before a group today, warning folks about what could happen when it comes to the abortion drug mifepristone. And you made a point saying Oregon is mostly a rural state. And what do you mean by that? And how significant is this possibility of restricting that drug?
Certainly, this Supreme Court could very well do that. Now, this is coming from the Fifth Circuit. I expressed my concern about mail restrictions because Oregon is a state where lots of folks live in rural areas. But here's the bottom line. These are federal rules. They were put out by the Food and Drug Administration more than 20 years ago. They found on the basis of their research that this drug was safe and effective. Now, if this court puts more restrictions on the use of this drug, Oregon is not exempt from those restrictions. In other words, Oregon is considered a state that has been sympathetic to making sure that women are in charge of these reproductive health judgments. But if there are federal restrictions in the form of restrictions on the Food and Drug Administration, Oregon is not exempt from them.
All right. Well, Senator, I also want to ask about another topic, and we've had this on our newscast as well. Yeah. This is that Albertsons-Kroger merger. This would have big impacts. I want to remind everybody that was last month you urged the FTC to block it because you have some specific concerns, and this also comes into play. You mentioned as well local shops, local pharmacies as well. Can you talk about that and other impacts when you mentioned this and made that decision?
It could really work some hardships on a lot of Oregonians. There have been a number of analyses that indicate, for example, in our state, this could reduce the number of retail pharmacies. And we're already seeing, these small pharmacies, they are really up against it. And when you take that plus the effects on small farmers, I just have real reservations about the impact in terms of most of Oregon is made up of small businesses, and this might be good for somebody big, but it could have anti-competitive effects on small merchants, and this is in both healthcare and food.
Here we are, 2024. We're already here, the big election year, and I have to tell you, Senator,
is there an election coming up? I hadn't heard that.
Anywhere, if you were anywhere New Year's Eve or people talking about the New Year, there is this sense of uneasiness in this country that I haven't seen in a long time as we head into this election year. What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, as an Oregonian, I'm thinking about us, here at home, and I can't get into the details here for a few days, but we're going to have some good news coming up on Thursday with respect to semiconductors. And as chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, I led the effort for the $24 billion investment tax credit package, and we'll have more for your viewers here in a couple of days. But we're starting to create a lot more good-paying jobs, and you look at that, plus some of the healthcare changes, the free vaccines, the $35 insulin. In the private sector, they're stepping up in a lot of instances to reduce their insulin costs as well. So healthcare, jobs, those are the issues I'm spending my time on. And as far as the election is concerned, Jeff mentioned that. I can just tell you, to me, the best politics is doing your job and producing good policies that actually help people.
All right, let's talk about something that's also going on at D.C. So reminding everybody, House Republicans, they are pushing for serious changes. We talk about border patrol policy and return for aid to Ukraine and Israel. Of course, there's this big back and forth. So do you believe there is a deal to be made? Are Democrats going to have to hold out? Can there be a deal, which would mean working together? Or is there going to be maybe people taking sides and be a little bit stronger about that when we talk about what's going on in D.C.?
Well, let's take the border issue. For example, there have been very difficult questions with respect to asylum. Asylum is for people who are really fleeing the prospect of death and relatives being lost and the like. I believe there can be reforms of that issue, but I don't want to throw the entire concept out of bounds because this has been something that shows our values. So there's an opportunity to find some common ground, and I'm working with both sides to do that.
Okay, Senator, it's always great when you stop by here
and to see you in
person and talk, and hope you and your family are going to have a nice New Year's outside of politics.
We're wishing a good 2024 for Oregon especially.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you both.